Are you a newbie entrepreneur, solopreneur, side hustler, or small business owner? Do you want to learn how to build, launch, and grow your very own personal freedom success system? Well, congrats, because that's exactly what our podcast teaches. Let's get to it. Good morning and congratulations for taking the first step to solving your slow money blues. My name is Doug, retired U.S. Marine and two-time combat veteran turned entrepreneur at your service. Today's episode is Bad H.Y.I.P. Last week, I took a little vacation, went down to the Grand Cayman, Ocho Rios, had a phenomenal time. What does that have to do with you? Absolutely nothing. Well, actually everything, because if you've been rocking with me for any amount of time, big shout out to all of my fans over in France, also to everybody over here in the United States. You know that I only preach one thing, and that is the gospel of freedom. I am your freedom advisor. I teach you how to build, launch, and grow your own personal freedom success system. And so if you have any questions today, visit slowmoneyblues.com and click on ask or question on IG, Facebook, or Twitter using hashtag Slow Money Blues. Also, just follow us everywhere at Slow Money Blues. Tomorrow, this episode will drop where all great podcasts are heard. What are we going to be talking about today? That's a great question. 3 ways to identify a bad hip. Once again, 3 ways to identify a bad hip. However, before we get started, I have 2 questions for you, which I always have on every show. Did you do your homework? Well, this week's or last week's homework was super easy, which last week we actually didn't record because I told you I was on vacay, right? Was to tune in for today's episode. So if you've been checking us out for a couple of weeks now, if you're new to the show, we're talking about HIPs, which are high yield investment platforms. Last episode was talking about a good HIP. This episode is talking about a bad HIP, and hopefully you don't have a bad HIP. But you will find out what a bad HIP is today. Now, of course, one of the best parts of the show is this. I'll always keep it in the show. Did you say your morning mantra? I already said mine, but for the benefit of the new listeners and for people that are not watching live and you'll watch the recorded version, let's say it together. I state your full name. Take 100% responsibility and accountability for my actions and decisions. I refuse to blame others. If I do, I give away all of my promises, authority, and power given to me by God. I've said that so many times, and every time I say it, I just get wired up, fired up, and ready to go. Today's sponsors are Linky.com, BigNetDomain.com, and Binance.us. All of this will be in the show notes. If you are a solopreneur, dadpreneur, or mompreneur, and you're looking for a quick way, high-tech, low-touch platform to help you get the word out about your book, about your event, or if you want to do some lead generation when you go networking and stuff like that, go to linky.com. That's LIINKY.com and get your account today. If you want to see what it looks like, go to linky.com/slowmoneyblues. The best part, use Linky25 and get a 25% savings on the annual plan today. Now, it's 2023. In fact, we are in Q2 of 2023, and people are still suffering from a digital dilemma. If that's you, I have you hooked up. My friends over at BigNetDomain.com they have everything you need, from websites to website templates, to hosting, that's cPanel, that's virtual hosting, any type of hosting you need. They have all the solutions for you. Also, they have e-commerce and email marketing and SEO, search engine optimization. Call them up, visit the site, bignetdomain.com. When you check out, use promo code BIGNET and receive a 10% savings. Also, if you purchase a domain name, you'll get 1 year hosting for free for 1 entire year. That's awesome. Now, for all of my crypto newbies out there, I have, if you go to Binance.us or just click on the show notes, make sure you click on that link because they'll actually put $10 in your account when you open up an account and start doing some trading. Now, what is today's question? Have you ever invested in a bad HIP? Yes, no, I don't like this question. You can go ahead and take that poll. That'll also be in the show notes. Are you new to the world of investing? And now specifically, are you new to the world of crypto investing? If you've been rocking with me for any amount of time, you know that I'm looking at my calendar, and today is April the 25th, 2023. I started investing in cryptocurrency last April April of 2022 on the 28th. In that short amount of time, I am certain that I've made over 700 to 800% return on my investment. Did you hear what I just said? 700 to 800% on my investment. In Q1 alone, I'm not going to tell you how much I made, but my accounts are happy. They're really, really happy. If you are new to this world of crypto investing, chances are you've been introduced or solicited by family, friends, or coworkers to invest in these amazing vehicles called HIPs, which is spelled HYIP, not HIP, high yield investment platform. But how do you know if the HIP is good, bad, or a scam? Let's get personal. All investments have their pros and cons. All investments have risk and reward. Do you want a quick return, slow return, or no return? That is the question. So 3 ways to identify a bad hip. And I'm not talking about, if you got a bad hip, you need a cane or a walker or a crutch or something like that. I'm talking about this thing called a high yield investment platform. Number 1, are the founders available? And currently in all of the platforms that are doing phenomenally well, the founders have been available and they have been accountable. And what do I mean by that? Well, let me break that down for you. Available meaning not that you can call them or text them, but that you can actually per se reach out them using some type of communication tool. By and large, for the most part, if you are in the crypto space, your founder has a Telegram channel or a Telegram group. And that allows for them to communicate with you on the status of the high yield investment platform. So whether it pays daily or whether, let me back it up. Whether it pays hourly, I know that sounds crazy because some of you all are not, if you're like a crypto newbie, you may not know that you can actually get paid hourly in some high yield investment platform. You can get paid daily, you can get paid weekly. You can get paid multiple times a day, depending on if they have some type of affiliate or referral marketing component to their high yield investment platform. So are the founders available and accountable? By and large, for the most part, most founders of high yield investment platforms have, like I said, a Telegram channel or a Telegram group, which they frequently communicate with you about the status of the high yield investment platform. So whether they're doing some upgrades or whether they're about to add new programs or something like that, they will make that announcement in using that particular platform. Some use, I don't know too many that use Instagram. Some use Discord. Some may even use a platform called Reddit. But it's just a tool in which they can actually communicate with you. So are they available? Yes. And also, they use these platforms sometimes as a means to communicate. Many times through the communication, they'll have like a chat with inside the platform so you can submit a support or help ticket right through the platform. Also, they may use old-fashioned email. I know that sounds a little crazy and outdated, but some of them still use email. So are they available? And it's not just are they available when things are not going well, but or when they're going well, but are they good when things are going bad? They want to settle people down and say, hey, look, our platform is stable. This is what we're doing. And so all the platforms I am currently invested in, the founders have been both available and accountable. Now, what is the word accountable? When you hear that word accountable, well, who are they accountable to? First and foremost, every founder should be accountable to themselves. Secondly, they should be accountable to the investors. Now, we know whenever you make any type of investment, as I talked about at the top of the show, there's risk and reward. If you're getting a high yield on something and you're getting it on an hourly basis, that's higher risk. Now, if you are new to cryptocurrency, you may not know that we have these things called bots. And bots obviously are pieces of code that are inserted into various exchanges where they trade for you based upon the parameters that is programmed into the bot. As it relates to the accountability component, as it relates to these particular founders, hopefully the founders are telling you what type of platform you are in. So although you may see, you're going to make X amount of dollars in so many hours, in so many days, or in a week, or even in a month, they should tell you exactly what you're investing in. Like what niche are you in? Is it a PAM account? Is it copy trading? Is it automated trading with some type of bot, or is it a combination of both? That's what you want to really know when it relates to the accountability. Anything and everything that comes and goes with that platform. Is the founder, one, available, and two, are they accountable? Because after all, you can have the greatest platform in the world, but if you have no investors, then guess what? You don't really, I mean, you have a platform, but then, it's not serving anyone. It's not helping anyone. Point number two, do the founders communicate honestly? If you're a crypto newbie, and I don't consider myself a crypto newbie any longer, although I've only been in the space less than a year, there have been many platforms that have come and many platforms that have gone. You hear what I just said? When things start going left or sideways, which means things are not going good for those people out there that don't understand that vernacular. When things are not going well, does the founder or founders disappear? Are they like or they like smoke? They just they just dissipate. You don't hear them anymore. When everything was going well, everything was they were talking all the time. They were talking like every day. And when they were doing a ramp up, they were saying how great the platform was going to be. But then all of a sudden, because they may have invested your crypto into a platform that may have tanked, are they now running scared? There's not too many things on the planet Earth that scare me. If no one's dying or there's not an imminent death is not in the realm of possibility, I'm not super excited. I understand that as an investor that there's high reward, there's high risk, there's pros and there's cons, right? But what I do know is this: if you are a leader, and if you're the founder, by default, you are the leader. Are you communicating honestly with your investors? Are you letting them know what's going on? Now, some of the ways that people have gotten very, very sophisticated when it comes to rolling out a HIP. They'll say, like, here is our roadmap, and they'll say Q1 2021 or Q2, and they'll show you like from all the different Qs, Q1 through 4, 2021, 2022, 2023, trying to basically give some credibility to the platform. However, although that's just a roadmap, and sometimes, obviously, we're talking 2021 and the platform's still around, these are all the things that they've actually done to make enhancements and improvements to the platform so that they can continue to attract more investors, and it's mutually beneficial to all parties. So the question is, do the founders communicate honestly? And sometimes, if you don't know and you're a newbie crypto, right? You're new a crypto investor and you're trying to figure this out. One of the things that you might want to do, although you might go to the website and this, the ABCs of crypto.com or how to make 50% every day in cryptocurrency. And then they say we've been around since 2019. And that's what it says on the website. Well, you might want to dig a little deeper. You heard this company called GoDaddy? Yeah, GoDaddy. So if I were you, I would go to GoDaddy.com and do a who is check. And what that's going to do is it's going to tell you, at minimum, even if it doesn't tell you who owns and operates the domain, it's going to tell you how long that domain name has been around. So if someone says on their website, hey, we've been around since 2019, and you go do a GoDaddy who is search, and you find out that they just purchased the website, or they just purchased domain name, which is two different things, website and domain, two different things. If they purchased the domain name in 2023, stop. Houston, we have a problem. They are not communicating with honesty or integrity. So I'm just trying to help you out if you are a crypto newbie, or you may be even an experienced crypto investor, but you don't know how to do that deep dive to find out if a high yield investment platform is bad. And what are we talking about today? 3 ways to identify a bad HIP. And I'm putting the onus of this on the founders. Point number 1, are the founders available and accountable? Point number 2, do the founders communicate honestly with their investors and with all of their partners and stakeholders? Point number 3, is the platform reliable? Many times, so let me explain to you a little bit about just kind of a website in general, because although I'm saying it's a platform, at the end of the day, it is still a website and is what it is. It's just the components that's in the website that makes it a high yield investment platform, meaning that I have an investment offer, and if you invest, then you'll get some type of return. And of course, it's in the crypto space, so chances are I have some type of payment gateway partners, and there are several, and I don't want to name any because I might forget some. Okay, is the platform reliable? When you go to the site, is it always up? or is it intermittent? Well, depending on who the founders are and depending on where they actually have their site hosted, it could determine if the platform is reliable from the perspective of, can you access the platform whenever you want? Can you access it on desktop? Can you access it on mobile? Can you access it, that'd be your smartphone or a tablet? Can you, on a laptop, can you access the platform when you need to access the platform? That's one component. Like, is the tech reliable of the platform? Is the security reliable for the platform? If you go to any high yield investment platform and there is no type of security whatsoever on that platform, run. Listen to what I just said. If there's no type of security on the platform, run. One of the easiest ways to look at the platform is this: when you go to the website, does it have a HTTPS // If it does, that means that they have security certificates, which to a large, what the security certificate does for the person that owns the domain name is it provides them a level of insurance against what? Fraud. And that means that you're somewhat protected too as the end user. So that's just a mini little, kind of part of it. Is it secure? Also, when you log into the platform, when you go to sign up for the platform, when you initially sign up, most want an email address. Do you get some type of confirmation email from them? And then you click that so you can confirm that you're actually the person who you say you are is with that email address that you signed up with. That's like probably good. So the HTTPS in front of the website, check. Does it have some type of but confirmation once you sign up? If it does, check. If when you go in, you see this thing called recapture where you have to like put an image over a picture or you have to put like some 6-digit or 6-digit, it's not even really a word, it's just a 6-digit alphanumeric whatever, or a 4-digit number, check. Does the platform offer some type of authentication upon logging into it? Check. If all of those things check out, chances are the platform is going to be reliable. Now, what we cannot foresee is if the whole investment blows up, right? Meaning that, guess what? We invested your cryptocurrency in something and it all failed and all the money is gone. And so now we're going to take our site down. Well, the site is gone. Okay. There's no more investment platform high yield investment platform because the money's gone. Okay. As I said earlier, whenever you are in this particular space, this crypto high yield investment platform space, crypto Forex space, crypto copy trading, crypto bot trading, if you're in any of these spaces, just understand that the risk is probably a little bit higher, but the returns are also high. So those are 3 ways to identify a bad H.I.P. Are the founders, 1, available and accountable? 2, do the founders communicate honestly? And 3, is the platform reliable? What are really the major takeaways? A bad high yield investment platform is bad because the founder. I cannot make this up. I wish I could, but that's why it is. And so if you look at the criteria that we talked about, 3 ways to identify a bad H.I.P., you will probably conclude also that a bad H.I.P. is bad because the founders. What is your homework? That is a great question. I simply want you to tune into next week to learn about scam H.I.P.s. And so some of the information that I've been sharing with you is kind of overlapping from a good H.I.P. to a bad H.I.P. And then we're going to be talking about a scam H.I.P. Until next time, I want you to continue to build, launch, and grow your very own personal freedom success system. And I won't see you at the top, but I will see you where? Over the top. Bye. There are 5 things you can do if you love the show. 1, tell anyone suffering from SMB to tune into the live show each Tuesday from 9:30 to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Facebook. 2, follow, like, and share at Slow Money Blues on social media. 3, join our private Facebook group and get access to great resources. 4, subscribe, download, and rate the podcast. And 5, donate so we can keep bringing great content.